we're going to set up a profile in REI Master. By setting up a profile, it allows us to assign that to a user so that they have certain access to parts of the program. So we've gone into Setup, Users, Profiles, Portfolios, and then into the Profiles area to bring us to this screen. And we see here that we've got a couple of profiles already listed. One is the administrator, which is the default one in the program, and there's one that's been set up already as receptionist. I'm going to add a new profile in by clicking the Add button here, and we'll give this profile a description. Now we have two options to fill in the information here. One is to copy an existing profile, the other is to select all and untick certain things, or the other option is just to tick what we need to as we work through. Now, as a property manager profile I'm setting up, I'm going to copy the administrator profile to start with, which is ticking everything, and then I'm going to go through and untick the things that I don't want the property manager to be able to do. So having a look at the information here as we scroll down, you can see this, by having the ticks in the boxes, these are the things that this particular profile will be able to access. So viewing, adding, modifying and deleting records for suppliers, for owners, for properties, for tenants, for contacts, all those things there. So as we scroll down, as a property manager, we don't need them to look at any sales information. So we'll untick the header bar there, and it will untick all the other bits and pieces as we look through underneath there. We also don't need them looking at any business information, so we'll untick that as well. If we scroll down, having a look at the information there for transactions, we really do want to allow them to be able to perform these particular duties in the program there, so we'll leave the ticks in place there. As we scroll down, we can see there's other administrative profiles, administrative tasks that we can assign to them. One, we might untick creating this information here, and one most important one that we should untick, and this would be for any profile that you set up, is the ability for that profile to access the users, passwords and profiles area, i.e. exactly where we're looking at now. If we allow them to access that, they can come in and make changes just like we're doing here. Really, that administrator profile that we can see behind the screen there should be the only one that can access and adjust the users' passwords and profiles, which means at least one user should be set up with that profile assigned. So we can have a look at the other information here to tick and untick as necessary. So you should be very careful about what you allow your profiles to access in the program by putting the ticks in the appropriate boxes, of course. Okay. So we will save our new profile there, and with our property manager profile listed, if we want to adjust or modify that information, we can go into highlight and modify, and then we can look down to see all the different ticks in the boxes that we've assigned accordingly. Now, I've only been able to add this profile in because my user down here, Scott, is listed as an administrator profile, and the administrator profile, as I mentioned, has access to add, modify and adjust profiles within the program.